I've been looking forward to this hot dog for a while. We're going to be doing a seafood dog, and so what we're going to do is we're going to use some andouille sausage, and then we're going to do basically a crab melt with some added spicy marinated shrimp, and all that is going to be put together for our first hot dog. Our second hot dog today, it's going to be inspired by a po' boy sandwich. We're going to be using fish sticks, and we're going to be making our own. And we're going to be making our own remoulade, which is kind of like it's like a saucy, it's a typical sauce used on a po' boy. So really looking forward to both of these. Let's go ahead and get started because we've got a few steps in today. Our first step is going to be grilling our bun for the crab melt seafood hot dog. So we're going to put mayo on both sides of this, and then we're going to throw it down on the griddle and let it cook there for a little bit. Next up, we are going to be making our crab melt mixture. So we're going to get our crab out. I've never had canned crab before, so I have zero expectations. I'm not prejudiced against crab or tinned or canned meat products whatsoever. I know it's controversial for some, but I don't have a problem with it. Alright, with our tinned crab in there, next up, our shrimp. We're going to dice a small handful of these up. We want some onion, so I just took a little bit off of an onion, and we're going to dice that up as well. We want it pretty small, I think. Some chives. Old Bay seasoning. And mayo. See if that's enough. We're going to go ahead and give this a mix, see if we can't get the consistency that I want it to be. Okay, I think we are at the consistency that I want it to be. Everything's sticking pretty well together, and it's not overloaded. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this down on the griddle with the bun. Our bun is looking pretty close to done. I think it's going to tear, so we're going to have a problem. But we're going to try and set that to the side. We're going to get our crab mixture down. And we're going to let that cook while we make the remoulade. Actually, just kidding. I want to do one more step for our seafood hot dog. We've got some Gruyere cheese. Now, typically, I've only ever had like cheddar with a crab melt, but because we have both crab and shrimp going on, I wanted to try and find a cheese that works best with both. So we're just gonna cut some thin slices, some really thin slices. We're gonna use those pieces on top of the bun while it's resting, and it will start to melt just a little bit, and then once we add everything else, it'll get to hopefully the consistency I want. I think, let's see, yeah, that's good. We probably only needed those 4, but we got 5 going on. So we'll set this cheese on our bun. Now we can get to our remoulade. So we're going to start with some mustard, mayo, and I'm just eyeballing all of this. I'm not going off of any recipe. Some zesty horseradish, a little bit of pickle juice, and I don't have Cajun seasoning, but I do have some Louisiana style hot sauce from a local hot sauce maker. So we're going to go ahead and throw this down in here. It's pretty strong stuff, so I'm not going to go too heavy on it. Some garlic. paprika, and we're going to add some Old Bay. Let's go ahead and mix this up. I think we might need to add some extra mayo because I put a lot of pickle juice in there. So it's not going to be quite the consistency we need. Yeah, it's a little too liquidy. Alright, we pretty much had to double the amount of mayo we put in there. I don't want to put too much more because I'm going to end up with so much extra sauce. So I think that'll probably be good. It's a little thin for what I would like, but I think let's taste test it. Actually, that's the most important part. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that. That's really good the way it is. So we're going to leave it as it is. Our crab mixture is coming along pretty well. Probably a few more minutes on that. And our bun can probably, I think it's good to be taken off. In the meantime, I think we'd also be good to put our andouille sausage on the grill or on the oven. Alright, and we have a bun right here for consideration. Let's go like that. We'll do the same on this side. And I'm going to split them for their cooking. We're going to throw these on too. To build our crab melt, we have our cheese. Got it. Yeah, there we go. Look at that cheese pull. We've got a Gruyere cheese on top of our bun. First thing to add is our andouille sausage. Go right in the middle. And our crab and shrimp mixture. Just going to load up the center aisle. Our seafood dog. To build our po' boy, we've got our bun, our andouille sausage, a pickle. We're going to slide that right in on the side there. Some peppers, kept the seeds in. A bit of lettuce. We're going to squeeze that in on the other side there. And my tomatoes went bad this morning. Otherwise I would have put tomatoes on here. But I waited too long to build this. Our remoulade sauce, we're just going to drizzle over the top of all this. And some grilled onions. Finally, our last one is some breaded fish. And this right here is going to be our po' boy hot dog. Time to taste test these bad boys. First up, we're going to taste test our seafood dog. Oh, ooh. Wrong pipe there for a second. No notes on this one. The andouille sausage mixes so well with the crab and the shrimp. I can taste both. Both of those, the crab is a little strong, but that's crab. I would definitely have added probably twice as much shrimp as I did before. But I can taste all the seasonings. The Old Bay was obviously the best choice for this. This dog is fantastic, especially if you love seafood. I debated very heavily, went back and forth for a while about adding oysters to this as well. I think in the future, what I might do is maybe crab and oysters instead of crab and shrimp. I might just play around with it a couple different ways, but I think any combination of seafood ingredients on this would be fantastic. You could either grill them or you could fry them. I think fried would also be delightful. taste testing our po' boy. There's a lot going on here, and truly, I would have preferred a smaller dog, but an andouille sausage was the only real option if we were making a po' boy hot dog. So if we had tomato on here, it would be very nice visually, but I have no idea how we could have possibly fit a tomato on here too, unless everything got diced up, sausage and all, and it got shoved in there. But let's go ahead and do a quick little taste test. Okay, I had to put that down and wash my hands because that was messy. Oh, I didn't rate the crab one. Our crab or our seafood dog, I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5, which means it's a 4 out of 5. It's so close to perfection. I don't even know what I would change though, so I should give it a 5, but it doesn't make me go, you know? Like it's that one level where the moment it touches your mouth that you just like love it. And I think that's a 4. Back to our po' boy. With the po' boy, everything of course mixes really well together. I probably would have preferred fried shrimp over fried cod. Is what it is. Can't really change that now, but in the future I would definitely recommend the fried shrimp, although the fried shrimp might be harder to fit on here. My big suggestion would be you need a bigger bun for this. As it is, it's really hard to fit everything in your mouth. Now, I've never seen someone do a chopped hot dog before. Chopped sandwiches, sure, yeah, but a chopped hot dog here would be perfect. I think it's the only real way to eat this hot dog because there's so much going on that if you want everything in one bite, you gotta do that. I don't think I've ever had remoulade before, and I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I don't think I've ever had a remoulade before, so I'm not entirely sure what that is supposed to taste like, but I like the way that I made it as best I could to my research, and I think it fits really, really well with the andouille sausage, with the fried fish. It also, I think, helps pull in the vegetables, the pickle and the lettuce. I think all of that comes together really well. I would have loved a tomato on this, but that is my own fault. I think this is also going to be a 4. It's very close to actually being a 3, but I think the flavor of the andouille sausage is what really brings it back up to a 4. So all in all, love this one too. Yeah, final verdict is a 4 on this. But that's it. That's another 2 hot dogs down. Hope you liked them.